Good morning, gardeners. This is Sweet Mandalin's Urban Farm. Today I wanted to talk to you about one very important subject, probably the most important subject of all, growing in a desert climate, or actually anywhere, because all over the world I know people that really focus on mulch. Mulch is extremely critical here in the desert. As you can see, through the gate there, I have that great big old pile of wood chips, and I'll be spraying that around the yard. I'm a little late this year. Normally I get it in March, but I had a big pile of topsoil there that I had to get on the backfill of my pond. And now I got some mulch and adding it to my garden areas around my trees. I like to keep a minimum of 8 to 12 inches of wood chips around wherever I'm planting my fruit trees, and then I'll plant stuff underneath my fruit trees, but I gotta move the mulch away and get down to the soil and plant things. But those wood chips will keep your soil cool in the summer, warmer in the winter. They hold all that moisture to really help your trees from drying out around the root zone. And then they break down, and underneath you'll find tons of worms, which leave behind the worm castings, and the microbiology with all the bacteria and fungus starts forming, and before you know it, you have a mycorrhizal web, which is very important for growing trees. And you'll just totally change the soil. Here we have that hard caliche clay soil. It takes a pickaxe to get through, but after several years of laying wood chips down and keeping them moist, that soil with all those worms, they start digging their tunnels and laying their worm castings through there and fertilizing the soil, and all the bacteria and insects are in there, and that soil becomes loose and loamy and fertile, and everything just likes to thrive in that. So just wanted to tell you, the number one thing you need, no matter where you live, but especially here in the desert, is wood chips. And it's more of a natural look. If you get it done properly, it's aesthetically pleasing. You know, it's not like a perfectly manicured Phoenix yard. It's more of a natural setting, but things like to thrive in here, even though it's July and very hot, and it's a nice cloudy day today. Unlike last July, where we had high pressure sitting over us for 2 months and no rain. We've been getting lots of rain around the valley this week, and more expected. I've just been adding a little bit of wood chips here and there. I haven't added any here because I got so many flowers growing. But you can see around my apple trees and my peach and my citrus, I got all the mulch pretty deep. The things thrive. And if you notice, the soil under here, once I get to the soil, see, it's nice and dark, rich, moist. I just put those down so they're pretty dry yet. I need to get those moistened up. That's just one thing I wanted to emphasize with you guys. I got this load of wood chips for free with chipdrop.com. I always get from them because they all the arborists like to give it away rather than paying the dump to dump it. So us gardeners get to get some free mulch, but that becomes compost after about a year of keeping it nice and moist. And I can have 12 inches and it'll be gone in a year. That's why I got to keep adding. But that's what permaculture is. You always add, don't take away. And I've been using less and less wood chips because as I got stuff growing up, I'll do a chop and drop. And I got chippers to chip the wood the branches that I have, especially my moringa. Look at all those seed pods. I'm gonna have tons of seeds for moringas. Might be able to sell some moringa seeds. So look at these seed pods. That's why they call it the drumstick tree. It's a pretty long drumstick. Probably about 12 or 15 seeds in there. Banana's doing beautifully. Loves it under the moringa. That sucker's 12 feet tall now. And those are my pups back there. Mom had a rack of bananas, but something chewed off the flower, so the bananas never developed. But hopefully I'll get another rack of bananas on these pups at the end of the summer. And those, I'm gonna make sure that nothing happens to that rack. Look at the avocado tree at 12 feet. I mean, that was only 3 feet tall 2 years ago. It's insane. Wood chips. Of course, now the chickens are managing back there. They're all underneath my avocado. Oh, they got an egg over there too. I see an egg. But they act, they love it under here. It's nice and cool for them. But they fertilize my trees now in this whole chicken run. I just keep throwing stuff over there. They pick through it. Leftover mulch. It's becoming a jungle right now. Look at the watermelon taking over this whole area. Roselle hibiscus. Kiwano melons taking over. Some more elderberry flowering. Muscadine grape. I'll give you an update later, but I just wanted to emphasize what mulch does. Makes your soil very fertile. Keeps it cool for the summer, warm in the winter, holds that moisture. Have a nice day, guys.